Woza. Talking Sundowns. Hey. Sundowns needs to cool down now. It gets like this, ne? There's expectations. Sundowns goes through something. They lose a game. It's like a disaster. It's like the world has collapsed. Um, Good response. Sundowns back at the top, scoring goals. Most important, I'm sure Shakes is smiling. Shakes is smiling because he's been craving goals. He's only been asking for more than two. Only more than two. You got four Shakes. Ikram off the mark, keeping up your dream, Shakes. Your dream of him becoming top goal scorer. We've got Grant joining us. He could be sitting on those sidelines with his CAF A qualification. He could be sitting on those sidelines. So he knows a thing or two about where Sundowns is going, what Sundowns is planning, whether Sundowns is ready for what they are going to face, what he's seen over the years. Because Sundowns want to win CAF Champions League. Welcome, Grant. Santos needs to cool down. He needs this. I think we got a glimpse, gentlemen, of a guy who wants to play, who's come here to showcase. You know, he's gonna try something. Every game you can guarantee yourself. Santos is gonna try something. That's what I saw here today. Grant and Shakes are here to let me know. What else they saw? Cardoso making changes. Kulisa getting a run. You know, Masego. What type of subs were those? Grant and Shakes are here. Hit the subscribe button. Join Shields. We're here to cool things down because Ingati Sundowns is going, Shakes. Shakes, Sundowns is going. Hit the subscribe button. Shakes, 4 goals is a statement to everybody who might have forgotten, who just might have forgotten what Sundowns was capable of.
Yeah, Umjaka, very excited today, to do the show. It makes it so much easier, Umjaka, to do the show when Sundowns are like this, So fluent today. More like the Sundowns we have been accustomed to, even the way they kept possession of the ball second half and the way they managed the game. It's what we used to, and we don't see it consistently. And, and I can tell you, maybe some of the supporters are a bit disappointed because they came to the stadium thinking they are going to sing Cardoso must go. But after today's performance, I'm not too sure, because Sundowns played the way we expect them to play. I think everybody came to the party. If I had to choose man of the match, it would be difficult for me because I was so impressed with Khoza. I was so impressed with Lebusa. I was so impressed with Alande as usual. Always crafting in that middle of the pitch. And of course, the new signing, Nuno Santos, has arrived. And he showed it today, Umjaka. So such an exciting player. You can see the quality, the confidence, and he's only going to grow from this type of performance. This is his first starting lineup, and he takes man of the match. Now that tells you, Umjaka, that we have signed a player here. Look at him, Umjaka. The pass that he played, the assist he played to Matthews today for the goal, with his right foot, and then he comes with his left foot as well. I think he's predominantly left-footed, but you can see he's got that technique with his right foot as well. Quality passes. I think Reyners uzodla ngale ndoda. Now I'm sure Reyners is going to be the top goal scorer because he's going to get those assists. This is what we needed, a creative player like Nuno.
Shakes, cool down, Shakes, cool down, Shakes. Grant, when you sign a player, a headline player, and you got a bit of Ribeiro, the expectation was for Sundowns to now bring it. This was after Club World Cup, so much excitement. And Sheikh sounds like he's impressed with what he saw. What did you think?
Yeah, it's very impressive, especially the first 30 minutes. He got that, he set up the first goal, although actually he probably won't get an assist because it wasn't finished first time. It was a rebound and all that. So it's a bit unfortunate. Sometimes the stats don't tell us the full story. He actually got maybe, he set up 2 goals, but he didn't actually get an assist to his name. But you shouldn't be surprised because this guy was starting games in the UEFA Conference League knockouts last year for his Portuguese club, Vitória Guimarães. So this is a player who's already playing in European competition. And it's funny, I was speaking to a friend of mine at Benfica and he said, Portugal, only the top 3 teams really pay good salaries. Some of the teams lower down the table, their salaries are more like sort of 200,000 Rand a month. Whereas obviously at Sundowns, he's probably going to be earning maybe 600,000 a month or something. So he's going to get earning a lot more money in South Africa. It's actually, I was surprised that they don't actually earn that much money in the Portuguese league, unless you're with Benfica, Sporting or Porto. So he's coming for more money, but he looks like a touch above a lot of the players like around him. But he also seems to have a good relationship in terms of cohesion already. You can see he's with Allende, obviously, they can speak. I'm sure Allende can speak quite good Portuguese. He's a Spanish speaker, but he speaks well. So, I mean, it's a really nice debut. Yes, he didn't maybe keep it going the whole time he was on the pitch, but for this to be the level already, it's really exciting. And they're not going to miss Mshishi as much now because he's playing in that left 10 position. So, yeah. And one other thing, just before I forget, he's from Portuguese league. So most probably he's a Cardoso signing. Cardoso probably used his contacts to get him over the line. So if the sporting director allowed the coach to sign one of his own players 100%, it probably means he's going to hang around for a while as well. So he's got that sort of respect from the board.
Shege, what was missing from Sundowns was this. Look at us. We've been talking about one player, and we're talking about, there's many aspects of him covering, the loss of Mshishi, Grant is mentioning already. He can cover that loss. He can cover the loss of Ribeiro. He can cover, and he's bringing himself to this. And he showed it. He's bringing himself to this, Mshege. That must be the best part about, besides, we know that, okay, without Mshishi, there's a guy here who's got that covered. Without Ribeiro, he looks like a guy who can fill that gap. And then there's still us getting to know him and what he's going to bring.
Yeah, no. Very, very excited, Umjaka. We've lacked a player like this when Mshishi is not on the field and Ribeiro is not on the field. We lack in terms of creativity, in the Sundowns team. Too many players who are doing the same thing, the normal thing, the normal passing route, but you need that element of surprise. And you could see with the pass he gave Reyners, you could see that, the vision that he has, and the passing accuracy is a touch above the rest. And I can see him doing more stuff. If he's doing this in his debut in the starting lineup, then I can tell that he's going to bring it. I've seen some of his clips. He's also very skillful. The goal he scored in one of the clips I saw, the confidence he has on himself. So you can see that this man of the match will also give him that confidence, and he'll know that he's arrived and he'll want to give us more. I can't wait to see more of him. Not the same player as Ribeiro, more good in playing the ball and receiving it and playing those passes, unlike Ribeiro, who carries the ball, who's got that strength to carry the ball and take on players. But him, it's more about that pass. Very, very sharp eye for a pass.
I'm smiling, Grant, because I feel like Cardoso has been looking for this, because he's been, the fans have been complaining about the lack of magic, the lack of spark, Jay. The lack of extra cool, just a little bit of like in there somewhere. And it looks like this is the guy that might bring that. And I also see Ribeiro almost like wiping sweat off his head, going, whew, finally, I've got the team organized, and I just needed this one guy to come bring that excitement to the fans.
Yeah, I know. I think that's exactly it. And me and Shakes have been talking. Sundowns have kind of changed formation. They're playing now just two midfielders. Obviously today was Obas and Allende, and then two tens, so Sales now and Santos. And that's like the sort of the formula now, probably for the next few months. They don't have any real wingers. Maseko doesn't really play a lot, so it's going to be that narrow shape, a bit more like what Pitso was using, with like a 4-2-2-2. So it's working nicely so far. Even Matthews playing in sort of more high up, like in the front line. It's working well. He's I think he's third or fourth top goal scorer, and he's got the most assists in the league. So, I mean, how long can he be overlooked for Bafana debut? Because he's producing the numbers all the time. Yeah, he should have even more. He should have even more goals and assists, but he puts the numbers up. At some point, Hugo Bruce must surely call him up. I know I've heard Hugo Bruce say maybe he doesn't have the muscle on him because he's very like skinny guy. But I mean, come on, in these qualifiers, he's going to find spaces and go past players. So yeah, I hope he will eventually get his Bafana debut, because it's crazy that he hasn't had one single cap yet.
Sure. Grant wants to start something, Shakes, here. I want to park that national conversation a little bit later.
Hey,
'cause
I'm
sure a lot
also
of-
I'm thinking of another player. I'm thinking of another player who needs that call up as well. Eh?
I know, Shakes, I know.
Khoza,
And I was
Khoza.
coming there. I was coming there, Shakes. Eh? Your boy, taking it like a striker.
Yeah.
The future
Quality.
star is. We can talk about Mbokazi and all, and it looks like Mbokazi is it. He's gonna need a partner, and that partner, I think, of course, Dottley is left-footed, so Dottley is likely gonna compete with Mbokazi. If Mbokazi doesn't end up being a DM, which I've heard a lot, because Ngwenya and Old John became DMs when they went overseas, because of height. So that gives Dottley, but it looks like that right centre back position, Shege. I could tell from the WhatsApp we're exchanging there. You were ready to say, yeah, Umjaka. I've been saying for a whole season. And your boy was rewarded today. What a goal. What a performance. We also have to talk about being strong when you're being challenged for that goal as well. He could have been stronger, because it's going to happen in Egypt, Shege. It's going to be attacked like that.
Yeah, I was so ready to praise him before that mistake. But it was a foul, but he was just a bit more too relaxed. Being the last man there, you can't be that relaxed, But what a quality player, what a quality defender, so composed, and taking that goal like a seasoned striker, So I'm happy for him. I definitely think he's one for the future. I've thought so ever since I've seen him playing at Sundowns. I thought he did well, and Hugo Bruce has got good headaches here. He's got youngsters, and he loves the youngsters. He's got a youngster who's going to partner with the TLB there. I think it augurs well for the future of Bafana Bafana. When the youngsters are doing so well, in these big teams, And let's not forget Lebusa as well. Lebusa also gave in a great shift, after not being in that starting lineup. I thought he really did well today, quality all round.
Grant, what do we say about these Sundowns now? You've already predicted this is the formation they're going to see for the next few games. Teams are going to plan against this, Grant. It's happened before. That's why Sundowns lost some games. It's because teams have started to plan, So, they got the win today. The team is happy. We are happy, talking Sundowns. But Grant, now they have to come to my house. I can't give them another win, especially if I see that they score 4 goals in this formation. Surely there's going to be homework being done.
I think so, definitely. I mean, look, okay, Sundowns have won 18 home matches in a row in the PSL, and I think 17 that's been 2 or more goal margin. So they basically, when everyone plays Sundowns away from home, they lose. But when Sundowns play away, they have dropped points. 4 games in the league already this season, they've dropped points. So teams are coming with plans, and obviously if you play narrow, then if teams come with an attacking fullback, maybe Modiba is going to be overloaded. That could be maybe something to worry about over the games to come. But like Mudal today, I mean, this guy was playing almost like a Kyle Walker, like a right centre back for a few years. Now he's bombing forward again, like he's back to being 26, 27. He's playing up and down the whole touchline. This is a guy that wasn't even playing football for a couple of months, and he looks so fit and ready. So, I mean, I think honestly, Mudal was probably just about my man of the match, but just because Khoza had the error for the goal, and I know it was a bit harsh, and Lebusa played well, but he had a slightly slow start in the game. But Mudal, I think, was outstanding throughout. I mean, he had big hand going forward, and nothing came down his side. So I think maybe on the other side is more to worry about, just because Modiba inverts, and maybe some teams will counter there. So that's probably what the homework will be if when they come up against their opponents in the coming weeks.
Was encouraging to see him, Shege, as I close it. Pasadine coming in and doing exactly what Modiba was doing as well. Going central, coming in, tucking in, going. It's nice when, the thing doesn't change, just because of personnel. and obviously exciting for Basadine because it always was a worry. Is he gonna settle? Was it the right move? Big questions were asked them, Shake.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time, Umjaka. We know he's a quality player. We've seen him at Stellenbosch, so I'm not worried. I know Basadine didn't have the greatest of starts, to be substituted in your first game, at halftime. Can't be nice, but quality always comes up trumps, and I know he's still gonna give bigger performances. And today he looked good. I thought he looked good when he came on. We were keeping the ball. It also helps when the team is doing well to come in when the team is doing well. It makes it easier, for the players coming in. It was also good to see Masego also come on, and Kulise after such a long time, not getting a chance, also coming on and playing. So I think it's a feel good spirit all round in the team, and 3 points. I think I just hope we can keep that momentum, of this type of performance, because looking at the past game, we hardly created any chances. And in the first half, today, in the first half, we created so many chances. And that's what we know Sundowns to do, even when things are not going right, but they created the chances, to score. But we haven't seen that much this season. But today, that's the Sundowns we know.
Oh, I think the Sundowns that we know. And Shakes has been waiting to say that, Grant. It's been how many matches, Shakes has been saying, oh, Yimi, we are waiting, Cardoso, give us something. Yeah, it's nice to close the show saying that's the Sundowns that we know. This is Talking Sundowns. We had Grant Smidt in the house, CAF qualified, could be on those sidelines, talking Africa. So Grant, we can't wait to hear what you think of this Sundowns. Is it ready for because they had a bye, right? Sundowns had done the job for themselves. They had a bye while everybody else was playing second round prelims. Sundowns was waiting. So, is this Sundowns going to be ready for what's coming in Africa? I can't wait to have that conversation with Grant. Shakes, I'm sure you have lots of questions for Grant on the readiness of the team to conquer Africa, because it seems like we're back in the conversation now for the league. There's no one racing away from Sundowns. Sundowns will be in the conversation up to the end for the Betway Premiership. Shaggy, thanks for being here. Shield, stay cool, because Sundowns is hot. Sundowns is heating up, but stay cool because the marathon is long all the way to the end. Thank you, Grant. Umjaka here. Let the beat do the talking. This was Talking Sundowns by SoccerBeat. SoccerBeat,